Begin lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet to the edge of your mat. Come into knock knee pose, and your hands are in Adi Mudra, thumb inside the fist. And bring one hand to your belly and one to your heart, and begin some deep Ujjayi breath. Inhaling, feel your belly rise. Exhale, bring belly button towards the spine. Take a few breaths like this. And then start to swing your legs from side to side in a lazy twist, letting your head go in the opposite direction. Knees drop to the right, head to the left. Hold for a few moments. And then knees drop to the left, head to the right. Again, holding for a few moments. And then come back to center and cross your right leg over your left, right arm under your left. Eagle on your back. Flatten the back. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, bring elbows to knee, doing eagle abs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment to switch sides, and then begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Feet to the ground, arms by your side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, rise up to bridge pose, holding it here. Stretching out. Hip bones to the ceiling, knees to the front. Keep pressing down to lift up. Take a deep breath in. Empty. Deep breath in. Empty. One more big breath in. Lift your heels and slowly roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. And then begin to reach your arms overhead, your toes out long, nice and long. Stretch out. Inhale, reach the fingers, reach the toes. And exhale, bring elbows inside the knees into an upside down crow. Inhale, stretch back out. Exhale to crow. Keep going, inhaling, stretch. Exhale, tap to crow. And do this for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold crow. Pull the belly in. Round the back. Keep pulling the belly in to lift the shoulders a little higher off the ground. Hold, hold, hold. Take a deep breath in and release. Prepare for another bridge. When you're ready, inhale and lift. Pressing down to lift up, stretching out the front body. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift the heels and slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Keeping your knees bent and bringing your knees over your hips at a 90-degree angle. Hands overhead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring left elbow to right knee like a side crow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. And keep going. Inhale and switch. Do 10 each side, going back and forth. And when you're done, hold one side. and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach overhead, other side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Last bridge pose. Ground down, lift up higher. One more big breath in, heels up, roll down nice and slow. When you get down to the ground, knees to chest, and rock and roll 5 times, maybe catching a boat pose in the middle as you rock up, hold, lift, roll back down, and keep going. Rolling and holding, rolling back down, rolling and holding, rolling back down. And again, rolling one more time. Hold, 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 boat pose, and roll back. Next time you roll right over your legs and into a rag doll, and hang down in a rag doll. Sway from side to side, do what feels good. And then when you're ready, pull the low belly in and roll up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Once your shoulders are over your hips, sweep your arms up and exhale, swan dive down. Use big arms. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive down. Big arms, sweep up and dive down. Step back into a tabletop and do your favorite cat-cow, but really emphasize the cat as you round, lift those shoulder blades off your back, and as you inhale, bring your heart forward and move slow, focusing on the core, moving your pelvis, and really getting into that cat-cow, moving as slow as you can, feeling the spine rolling and rounding. 2 more. And then come to stillness, tabletop, curl those toes under, and you're in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and empty it out. Let that right leg step forward, right into crescent lunge. Drop the back knee down and sweep the arms forward, up, and back, making big circles to get full rotation of the shoulder. Inhale, sweep the arms up and bring them back. Inhale, sweep the arms up and bring them back. For 3, for 2, and 1 more. Hands to the ground, downward facing dog. Left leg steps, crescent lunge, and same thing. Drop the back knee and begin sweeping the arms forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back, big arms. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more big breath in. Let your hands come down to the mat and step back, tabletop. Slide forward so your knees are behind the hips. And then gently bend your elbows to a chaturanga. Lower halfway and press back up. Make sure your knees are far enough behind so your shoulders don't creep up to your ears as you do your chaturanga push-ups with your knees down, pressing back up and down. Keep going. Feel those triceps. Get them nice and strong. Move slow enough to feel the strength you're building. And then lie down onto your belly. Arms by your side, palms face up. Take a deep breath in and just lift the shoulders away from the ground, strengthening the upper back. And then let them go back down. Again, shoulders, just the shoulders come up and then back down. And now lead with the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together and allow your head to rise. And then bring it back down. Final time, both ends up, hold it here, let the arms fly up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower down. thumb to last rib, elbows hug in, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Take your left heel and place it in front of your right big toe. Push into the left heel so the right leg lifts, and then use your strong, powerful core to step right up into Warrior One. Once your feet are planted, pull the low belly in and roll up to Warrior One. Nice and slow. Let the arms float up and hold. 5 deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. For 3, for 2, and 1. Start to tilt forward so you're hovering over that front leg. Reach from heel to crown. Bring arms overhead with palms down. Palms are facing down, and slowly bring the elbows to the side waist, cactusing the arms using your upper back strength, and then reaching back out. Pull with your back muscles and reach back out. For 3, for 2, and on 1, pull the elbow back, arms back like an airplane, heart shoots forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, straighten the leg, and land in Warrior 2 as you exhale. Adjust your Warrior 2 legs. Feet are in position. And then inhale, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Exhale back to Warrior 2. Nice and slow. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale. 2 more, rise. Exhale, Warrior 2. Last one, up and Warrior 2. Hold Pala Mudra. Close your eyes and settle in. Just breathe. Take a deep breath in. Hands to the mat. Right into tabletop to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pause here. Shoulder blades together. Heart shoots forward. And then downward facing dog. Other side. Right heel in front of left big toe. Press into the heel till the left leg lifts. Draw in from the belly. And step. Warrior 1. Use the belly to slowly roll up. And hold. 5 deep breaths. One more big breath in. Empty it out. And then start to hinge from the hips, tilting forward, hovering over that front leg. Cactusing the arms, reach out forward, palms down, and exhale, pull back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. For 3, for 2, and 1. Reach out. Pull those elbows in, reach the arms back like airplane wings. Squeeze the tips of your shoulder blade, heart lifts. 1 more big breath in, and then sweep the arms forward, all the way up, straighten that front leg, and exhale, Warrior 2. Settle in, Warrior 2. And again, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, settle in. For 2, and down. Inhale for 3, and sit into it. Inhale for 4, Warrior 2. And last time, straighten, rise, settle in, Warrior 2. Pala Mudra, close your eyes, and just breathe. Bring the hands to the mat, tabletop to low push-up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, khaki breath, blow out the candle. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out, khaki breath. One more deep breath in and blow it out, khaki breath. Step to the front of your mat, mountain pose. Let's take a block and place it between your knees. Take another block between your hands. Hold the block with your palms, not your fingers. Mountain pose with your arms overhead. And then rise up onto the balls of your feet, squeezing your knees into the blocks to stabilize the ankles. Activate your inner thighs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then focus, find drishti. Start to bend the knees and lower into a power chair with your arms reaching out front. Slowly lift back up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly lower back down. Challenge yourself. And then slowly rise. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And lower. Again, rise, squeezing the block. And lower. And last time, rise up, rise up, rise up on the tips of your toes. Squeeze in. And then slowly lower down. Hold power chair. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold down, removing the blocks, and hang in ragdoll. Step back, tabletop, in VInyasa from high to chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Let's get ready to set up warrior one. Take that left heel in front of your right big toe. Press into the heel till the leg lifts and step warrior one. Warrior one, arms overhead, shoulders over hips. Find your alignment and then lift your right heel, keeping the core nice and tight, working that right calf. Hold for 5. Inhale for 4. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 2. One more big breath in. Lower your heel and open to warrior 2. Adjust your feet and sit into a deep warrior pose. Keep your deep pose. While you inhale, reverse, use your obliques. Exhale, pull the elbow towards your thigh, working your side waist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale for 3. Pull down, nice and slow. Inhale for 2. Pull down. Inhale. Last time, pull that elbow towards your knee. Reach the left arm overhead. Take a deep breath in and fold over the right leg. Pyramid pose. Stretch that right hamstring. Forehead to shin. Keep breathing. And then look forward. Reach that right hand out to a block or to your mat and come into half moon. Bring your bottom hand to Bhu Mudra, peace sign, and the top hand to Prana Mudra. You have the peace sign, but your thumb is just touching the pinky and ring fingers. Holding half moon. Keep hugging that right hip under, peeling the left hip on top, peeling the left shoulder back. Half moon. Lighter and lighter in that bottom hand that's holding Bhu Mudra. And ragdoll. Hang down, grab opposite elbow. And then step back, downward facing dog. Placing the right heel in front of the left big toe, pushing into the heel to lift the left leg. Take a deep breath in, use your core, and step, warrior one. Set the feet. Once you rise, shoulders over hips, knee over heel, lift that left heel. And breathe. Again, hugging in, nice and strong, reaching through your fingertips as you lift the heel, working that left calf. Keep breathing. One more big breath in. Drop the heel, warrior two, set it up. Find a deep warrior pose. And then on your next inhale, reverse your warrior and pull that elbow to your thigh, right angled warrior. Use your obliques, reach up and back. Exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it back down. Twice more, inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it back down. And last one, reach back, reverse. Elbow to thigh, right angled warrior, and then that right arm reaches out just for a moment to get a little more length. Inhale, and then fold into pyramid, stretching the left hamstring. Forehead to shin, deep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Two more big breath in, exhale. A deep breath in and exhale. Start to look forward as the right hand crawls out to your block or to the mat. Bhum Mudra, Prana Mudra, as you lift that right leg. Stacking the left hip underneath, reaching that right arm up, right shoulder back. Half moon. Keep breathing. And ragdoll. Opposite elbows and hang down. And then start to pull the low belly in and rolling it up one vertebrae at a time. Coming up to mountain pose, take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, right leg over, right arm under, eagle pose. Sit into eagle. Set your gaze, drishti, one focal point. And we're here for 8 breaths. Let's breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And empty it out. Release, mountain pose. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, left leg over, left arm under, eagle pose. Set it up, make your adjustments. And here we go, 8 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. For 3. For 2. Last deep breath in. Exhale it out. And release. Mountain pose. Let's take dancer on the right. So your left foot is your standing leg. Sweep that right arm out. Make sure your palm stays open so you're opening the shoulder as you grab the inside of your right foot. Adjust your hip bones to face forward. And when you're ready, kick into that right hand, stretching the right side of your chest as you open the hip flexor, stretching the quad. Breathe for 5. Breathe for 4. And breathe for 3. For 2. You'll come to your final expression. Hold here. Breathe. Big breath in and release. Mountain pose. And we'll go to dancer on the other side. Set it up. Left hand reaches back. Palm stays open. Grab the inside of your foot. Hip bones forward. Set your drishti. When you're ready, begin to kick. Pulling that left shoulder back. Keeping that left hip bone forward. Breathe for 5. Breathe for 4. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Final expression. Kick, kick, kick. Reach forward with your heart. Kick and breathe. And release. Mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, sweep up. And hands to prayer. Final balancing pose, tree pose, Vrikasana. Right heel to left inner thigh. Hands to prayer. Let's do Padma Mudra here. So bring a lotus flower to your heart by bringing the heel of your palms together. Pinky fingers and thumbs touch. And the other fingers open into a lotus flower right in front of your heart as you hold tree pose. Breathe here. And release to mountain. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And then bring the left heel into your right inner thigh. Return your hands to Padma Mudra. Cultivating love and compassion as you hold this mudra. Nice and steady. And breathe. And release. Sweep the arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, hands back to heart. Then we're going to come to the mat. You're going to bring your blocks behind you like a little bench. And you're going to bring your hands, you're going to sit down and bring your hands behind you with your palms on the blocks, fingertips in front of the blocks, doing some tricep dips like we did at the studio. Lift your butt, heels on the ground, and make sure you're bending your elbows, not just dropping your hips to the ground. Lift up, inhale, bend the elbows, exhale. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now challenge yourself. Lift the right leg, straighten the leg, heel lifts up, and you dip again for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Both feet down, lift the left leg, 5 more, inhale, and dip, and inhale. Bend those elbows for 3. Make sure you're feeling in the triceps for 2. Last one, lift up. And exhale, butt back down, both heels down, and breathe. We're going to turn over now and place your elbows on the blocks. Back your knees up so they're under the hips. Anahatasana, your hands to prayer. as you bring your head in front of the blocks, stretching out those triceps. Your hips are over your knees, so it's a nice back bend. Breathe here, make it feel good. Melting your heart towards the mat. You can pause and hold a little longer if you'd like, or just turn over and come into boat pose. Balancing on your sits bones, lift your legs, hold for 5 breaths. Remember, it's better to hang on to the back of your legs than to round the back. Lift your heart, holding here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab a block, place it between the palms, fingers wide, so holding it again with the block between the palms. Sit as tall as you can and go from side to side, tapping your elbows to the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your legs, bring the block overhead nice and long. Form a V with your body. Inhale and exhale, lie down. Move the block between your feet now. Lying down, we'll do V-ups. Inhale, exhale, pop up and grab the block and come into a low boat. Inhale, rise, grab the block, low boat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Coming up, low boat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Low boat and lie down. Set up for bridge pose. When you're ready, inhale and rise up. Press down into the shoulders, press your heels down, lift up for 5, for 4, for 3, a little higher on 2. On 1, lift a little higher, lifting your heels, and slowly roll back down. Take a deep breath in and empty it out. Rise up, second bridge, come up, maybe a little higher. Take a deep breath in, come up a little higher, come up for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift up a little higher and slowly roll it down. On this last one, maybe you challenge yourself by lifting one heel or one leg off the ground. When you're ready, bridge pose, come on up. Stay in bridge, try not to do wheel yet. Just bridge pose, come up. Come to the peak. Shoulders back, heels down, lift the hips, lift the heart, keep breathing. And then lift your heels and slowly roll it down. Rock and roll. Make some movements to make the back feel good. And then when you're ready, start to make the rocking and rolling bigger till you roll over your legs and come right into Sphinx pose. Elbows, remember, are directly under your shoulders or a little in front. Elbows and hip bones start to come towards each other as you bring your heart forward, pulling the shoulders back, getting long in the spine. And then drop your chin towards your chest, lengthening the neck, dropping your head and maybe rolling from side to side, loosening up the neck as you breathe. Always make sure you're breathing. And then drop the head down. And now, like we did in the studio, you're going to keep your knees down. Another little cat-cow movement of pulling the belly in and rounding into a cat. And then slowly bringing your pelvis back down and then rising back up. Head's the last to lift. Feel that spine move, and then pull the belly in and round. And slowly bring it down. Heart lifts, head lifts. Pulling the belly in and slowly rounding. And then slowly lowering. 2 more, belly in. Use your core to lift yourself up. And then slowly lengthen back down. And last one, pull the belly in, round. Make this one really big. Pull the belly in, lift those shoulder blades, and slowly come back down. Pick yourself up and go back into child's pose. Rock your head from side to side. Coming into your downward facing dog and setting up half pigeon. Starting on the right side, bring the right leg forward. Try to bring it parallel to the mat and then let the heel come towards the left hip as much as it needs to. Square your hips and then recline over your leg. Half pigeon. If half pigeon is too intense for your hips or your knees, come onto your back, crossing your right ankle outside the left knee and pulling the left knee in towards you for figure 4. Has the same effect as your half pigeon without the weight of your body pressing down onto your hip. Whichever pose you chose, stay and breathe. And try to deepen your breath, really feeling the effects of the right hip. Deep cleansing breaths in and out through the nose. And then slowly start to come up and bend your left knee. And with your left hand, grab your foot and bring the heel towards your glute. Try to re-square the hips and the shoulders forward. And start to feel a nice stretch in the left hip flexor, quad, and psoas. Release the foot. Come back to down dog, lifting your right leg, and flip your dog. Lifting your hips, lifting your heart for a beautiful back bend. And then when you're ready, come back to down dog. Lift your left leg and come to half pigeon. Take the time to square your hips, lengthen the spine, and then recline over your leg when you're ready. Remember, figure 4 can be taken in place of pigeon if it feels better on the hip and knee. And deep breathing as you focus on the sensations of the left hip. Keep breathing. Stay with the pose. And then slowly start to lift your upper body as you bend the right knee and your right hand grabs your foot or ankle, re-squaring the hip and shoulders to the front as you bring the heel towards your glute to feel that nice sensation in the quads and hip flexor. Make it feel good, stretching the front of your hip. And then slowly let the foot come back down, finding downward facing dog with the left leg lifting up and flipping over. Pressing into your feet as you lift your hips and your heart. Always do what feels good. If flip dog isn't your pose, stay in down dog and make hip circles. And then we all meet in down dog. And then make your way onto your back. And then once you're on your back, bring your right knee in towards your chest, hug it in, and come into a twist, bringing the knee towards the left, looking to the right. Maybe you bend your left knee and your left hand can grab your foot into cat catching its tail. Breathing into the twist. A few more breaths. And back to center. Coming into the twist on the left side, hug the left knee in, and then guide it across the right. Bring your arms out by your side into a twist. Use your breath. And if it feels right, bend your right knee, grabbing your foot with your right hand into cat catching its tail on this side. Staying for just a few more breaths. And then we're going to release our twist. Bringing your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees are wide. If you need some support, stick some blocks or another prop under your knees or near your hips to help support you. It's your final pose. If this feels good, you can stay for the extra hip opener or straighten your legs at any time for Shavasana. Make sure you feel comfortable so you can release your whole body into the mat, into the ground, feeling supported, feeling nurtured, so you can let all the muscles go. Relaxing each muscle in your body in order to release the tension it holds. Use your breath to soften into your relaxation. Use your breath to move out any remaining tension that's trapped in the body. Giving yourself as much time as you need. Give yourself permission to stay and breathe. And only when you're ready to get up, come to seated, ending with your hands to prayer, always remembering what you're grateful for. Namaste.